You're sitting across from her at dinner and she laughs at something you said, not the polite laugh, the real one. Then she leans in just a little closer than she needs to. Her hand brushes yours when she reaches for her glass. And for a second, you catch yourself wondering if you're reading too much into it. But here's what most men miss. When a woman is genuinely drawn to you, she doesn't announce it. She reveals it through small gestures, through the way she positions herself, through what she doesn't say out loud. And if you've lived long enough to recognize the difference between performance and authenticity, you already know that the most important signals are the ones that happen quietly. This is mature instincts, where we uncover the hidden signals most people miss. If you value awareness over games and presence over effort, subscribe now. Most men spend their lives trying to decode what women want. They read articles, they ask friends, they replay conversations in their heads looking for clues. But mature men understand something simpler. You don't decode a woman's interest, you notice it. And the women who are genuinely drawn to you don't hide their interest behind riddles. They show it in ways that only an observant man will catch. These aren't the bold moves you see in movies. They're quieter, more personal, and far more reliable. Let's start with something that happens more often than you think, but gets misread constantly. When a woman asks you for help with something she could easily handle herself, pay attention. Not the big emergencies, not the dramatic crises, the small things. She asks you to open something she's probably opened 100 times before. She mentions she's not sure how to fix something minor around her place and wonders if you know anything about it. She brings up a decision she's facing and wants to know what you think, even though she's perfectly capable of deciding on her own. Here's what's really happening. She's creating a reason for you to step into her world. She's inviting you to be useful, not because she's helpless, but because she wants to experience you in a role that feels masculine and natural. It's a test, but not the kind most men think. She's not testing whether you're competent. She's testing how it feels to rely on you, how it feels to let you take care of something. And if it feels good to her, if it feels safe and easy, that's a signal. She's imagining what it would be like to let you closer, to trust you with more than just a jar lid or a quick opinion. The mistake younger men make is treating this like a transaction. They help and then immediately expect something in return. But you know better. You help because it's natural, because you can, and you don't make a big deal out of it. That restraint, that ease is exactly what she's drawn to. She's not looking for a hero. She's looking for a man who doesn't need applause for being capable. Now let's talk about physical space, because this is where most men either miss the signal entirely or misinterpret it. When a woman consistently finds reasons to be physically close to you, and I mean closer than the situation requires, she's communicating something. She sits next to you when there are other open seats. She stands near you at a gathering, even when the conversation doesn't demand it. When you're walking together, she drifts into your personal space instead of keeping a polite distance. And here's the part that matters. She's comfortable there. You can feel it. There's no tension, no hesitation. She's not invading your space. She's sharing it. This isn't about her being touchy or overly friendly with everyone. In fact, if you watch her with other people, you'll notice she doesn't do this with them. It's specific to you. That specificity is the signal. Women are incredibly aware of their bodies and how they position themselves around men. It's instinctive. When she allows herself to be close to you repeatedly, when she seems to relax in that closeness, she's telling you she feels safe. And more than that, she feels drawn. She wants to be in your orbit. The mature approach here is simple. You allow it. You don't pull away, but you also don't rush forward. You let her set the pace. You notice it, you appreciate it, but you don't treat it like permission to escalate immediately, because the signal isn't just about attraction, it's about trust. And trust builds slowly. Here's one that flies completely under the radar for most men. When a woman starts sharing things with you that she doesn't share broadly, especially things that make her feel vulnerable or uncertain, she's opening a door. She tells you about something that's been on her mind, a worry, a memory, a dream she's not sure will happen. She mentions something personal about her past that most people don't know. She admits she's nervous about something coming up or uncertain about a choice she's making. And she does this casually, like it's no big deal, but you can sense there's weight behind it. What's happening here is deeper than small talk. She's testing whether you can hold space for her, whether you listen without trying to fix everything immediately, whether you respond with judgment or with understanding. Women don't open up like this to men they see as temporary or superficial. They do it with men they're considering letting in. And if she keeps doing it, if she keeps bringing you these quiet pieces of herself, it means she's already started to see you as someone who matters. The key is how you respond. You listen, you acknowledge what she's shared. You don't minimize it or turn it into a joke. You don't use it as an opportunity to talk about yourself. You just let her know you hear her. That simple act, that restraint and presence is what she's looking for. Because she's not just sharing information, she's checking to see if you're the kind of man she can be real with. And if you are, if you prove that through how you listen and respond, she's already imagining what it would be like to give you more of herself. Now let's talk about time, because this is one of the clearest indicators, and yet it's so easy to overlook. When a woman makes time for you, real time, not the leftover scraps at the end of her day, she's prioritizing you. She rearranges her schedule to see you. She stays longer than she planned. She suggests getting together even when she's busy. And here's the important part. She doesn't make it feel like a sacrifice. She doesn't complain about how exhausted she is or how much she has to do. She just shows up. Happily, consistently. This matters because time is the one resource we can't get back, and women know that. When she chooses to spend hers with you, especially when she does it repeatedly and without hesitation, she's saying something. She values being around you. She enjoys your presence, and she's willing to invest in whatever this is becoming. You'll notice she doesn't just make time, she protects it. She doesn't cancel last minute unless something genuinely urgent comes up. She doesn't get distracted when she's with you, constantly checking her phone or thinking about the next thing. She's present, fully there. That presence is the signal. It means she's not treating you like an option. She's treating you like a priority. And for a mature man, that's when you know her interest is real. Not because she said it out loud, but because she demonstrated it through what she chose to do with her time. Here's another one that speaks volumes but gets missed all the time. When a woman asks about your life in ways that go beyond surface pleasantries, she's trying to understand who you really are. She asks about your work, but not just what you do. She wants to know why you chose it or what you find meaningful about it. She asks about your family, your past, the experiences that shaped you. She remembers details from previous conversations and follows up on them later. She asks how something turned out that you mentioned weeks ago. She's curious about your opinions, your values, what matters to you. And she listens to your answers, really listens. What she's doing is building a picture of you. She's trying to see beyond the surface. She wants to know if the man she's attracted to on the outside matches the man you are on the inside. And if she keeps asking, if she keeps digging a little deeper each time, it's because what she's finding resonates with her. She's checking for alignment, for compatibility, for depth. This is different from casual interest. Casual interest stays on the surface. It asks easy questions and accepts easy answers. But when a woman is genuinely drawn to you, when she's considering giving herself to you emotionally and physically, she needs to know you're worth that risk. She needs to see that there's substance, that you're not just charming or attractive, but real. And the way she finds out is by asking, by paying attention, by testing whether you're as solid as you seem. Your job here is simple. Be honest. Don't perform. Don't give her the answers you think she wants. Just be yourself and let her decide if that's what she's looking for. Because if it is, if she keeps coming back with more questions and more interest, you'll know she's already started to imagine a future that includes you. And finally, here's the signal that ties everything else together. When a woman looks at you in a way that lingers just a beat longer than necessary, when her eyes soften, and she smiles at you like she's enjoying a private thought, she's letting you see how she feels. It's not about staring or being obvious. It's subtler than that. You catch her watching you when she thinks you're not paying attention. When you look back, she doesn't look away immediately. She holds your gaze for a moment, and there's something warm in it, something inviting. Maybe she's smiling slightly. Maybe her expression is just open and relaxed. But you can feel it. There's affection there, attraction, interest. This is one of the most powerful signals because it's almost impossible to fake. You can fake words, you can fake gestures, but the way a woman looks at a man she's genuinely drawn to, that's instinctive. It comes from somewhere deeper. And when you see it, when you recognize it for what it is, you know, she's not just interested. She's ready. She's already decided that you're someone she wants to be close to. The mature move here is to acknowledge it without rushing. You meet her gaze, you smile back. You let the moment exist without forcing it into something else immediately, because that restraint, that ability to be present in a moment of connection without needing to control it or push it forward, that's what confirms to her that she's right about you. That you're the kind of man who understands timing, who values the build, who knows that the best things unfold naturally. So let's bring this together. A woman who wants to give herself to you doesn't announce it. She reveals it through the small ways she invites you into her world, through how she positions herself near you, through what she shares, through the time she makes, through the questions she asks, and through the way she looks at you when she thinks you might not notice. These signals aren't loud, they're not dramatic, but they're real. And if you've lived long enough to trust your instincts, to value awareness over guesswork, you'll recognize them when they happen. The truth is, mature men don't chase these signals. They notice them, they appreciate them, and they respond with the same calm confidence that attracted her in the first place. Because you already know something younger men are still learning. The women worth your time don't play games. They show you who they are through what they do. And when you're paying attention, when you're present and grounded, you'll see it clearly. Here's what I want you to think about. Have you ever noticed one of these signals and only realized what it meant later? Or maybe you're seeing them now in someone's behavior and you're finally connecting the dots. Drop a comment and let me know what you've experienced. And if this resonated with you, if you value insights that go deeper than the surface, like this video, subscribe to Mature Instincts and turn on notifications. Because we're here to help you see the hidden signals most people miss. The ones that matter, the ones that reveal what's really happening beneath the words. Thanks for watching. Stay aware, stay grounded, and trust what you notice.